The book of Jonah is always a very um, complex and confusing almost story, right? That God comes to a prophet, says, go tell these people that they need to change their ways. And if they don't, there are going to be consequences. And as a prophet, typically two things that are true. One, you don't say no to God. And two, you want people to change their ways, right? All the prophets are spending all of their time trying to convince people to change their ways, to live in accordance with the ways of God. So you would think that for those two reasons, if none other, if nothing else, that Jonah would want to carry out this mission. And from the very beginning, Jonah's very reluctant. And what ends up emerging that Jonah's reluctance is that he knew that these people would change their ways and therefore didn't, and that God would become compassionate, and that somehow angers him is a weird thing, quite frankly. But I wonder if maybe, especially in times like these, that part of what we can understand from Jonah is that recognizing or taking that preliminary step that says, oh, I know I've done wrong and so I want to change. Um, is that enough? And might the story of Jonah be asking us, demanding of us, that our tshuva, that our repentance, that our ways in which we want to think or show up differently in the world, not just be words, but be rooted in some commitment, some conviction, some accountability around action. So even though our hope is for change and transformation, and we want to celebrate when we are getting that right, and we want that to be acknowledged, let us also hold ourselves accountable to the highest or to a higher standard, one that can't just be fulfilled by spending a few days or a few hours reflecting on our actions and committing to doing differently, but to actually following through and to being held accountable to do so.